What's good, YouTube? It's Rory with Roar Sports Media, and I have my boy, the man from Texas himself, Jordan Wigg. And we're going to do a little NFL Week 6 recap. And later on in the show, we're going to go over some big NCAA games coming up. Now, Jordan, bro.
Yes.
Those Cowboys.
Whoo!
What? Dude, so I don't think that was a good measuring stick for Andy Dalton, dude, because Zeke put the ball on the ground so much. What is up with him this year?
Man, I got to tell you, it's the holes. He doesn't have a line. He doesn't have a run. He doesn't have a run offense anymore. That run offense we had at the end of Tony Romo's career and for the majority of Dak's career for the last 4 years, it's gone. And especially when you take Tyron Smith out, when you take La'el Collins out, Zach Martin's out with a concussion, and you've got a bunch of Connor Williams is good. Joe Looney is out. Biotish, he's good. He's young though. And then you've got
he's a rookie, dude, with no
rookie.
camp.
And then who is it? It's Steele on the right side, and it's Knight on the left. It's not a good offensive line. And when you're going through those tight holes,
was it Terrence Steele?
It's Terrence Steele, I believe.
I believe he's a rookie too, isn't he?
If I thought he worked a few years with under the Mike McCarthy. I think he was a rookie under Mike McCarthy, unless I'm getting him confused with a different lineman they tried to play at right tackle. I forget. They brought in so many offensive linemen, it's hard to pass.
I'm pretty sure Terrence Steele is. I'm pretty sure he was a rookie coming out last year too. Maybe, I don't know. There's so many stills, but
he looks like a rookie. That's the thing. Yeah. When you're a big running back like Ezekiel Elliott, he's a big boy. And then you're getting put in these awkward small holes and you're trying to make something happen. And you can see the way my arms are shifting. Somebody like Budda Baker, somebody like with a talented defense like the Cardinals, they're going to take advantage of that. And that's what Zeke's been facing. He's never had to deal with an offensive line that he didn't have a hole to run through. Yeah. So it's hard for any running back to go through that. So I'm not going to write Zeke off yet. He's never really had a fumbling issue. I do expect he's having a down year, just like the entire football team is. And I expect especially him to bounce back from it. And
he definitely
control that ball.
He needs to take all those sleeves.
Yep.
He needs to take all those sleeves like now.
Yeah. I give one was his fault. The other, it was like a shuffle pass by Andy Dalton. It was a surprise. He turned around. Budda Baker was slapping it out of his arm. That was just a great play. Budda Baker's the monster. And we could have got him instead of Taco Charlton or TJ Watt. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Did you guys have a chance? Yes, you did have a chance at TJ Watt. He was taking the back of the first round.
He was taking 2 picks, or he was the pick after, I believe.
Yep.
He was the pick after, I believe, or 2 picks after. And we could have got Budda Baker. He was available too. But nobody knew what Budda Baker was going to be. A lot of people didn't have a really high forecast on him to be the highest paid.
Yeah, no, I mean, we coming into the draft, we knew he was talented, but I mean, I think pretty much everyone in the sphere thought he was an early day 2 pick, or like a top, top of the second round kind of guy. Because I mean, out of the Pac-12, you don't really know what you're going to get with a lot of defensive players. You just don't know. So I mean, I guess that's the stereotype. But yeah, Budda Baker coming out was pretty good, and Terrence still he's a rookie dude. Yeah,
he is a rookie.
So we analyzed him last year.
The way we got to look at it is Zach Martin. He went out immediately with a concussion. That's a big loss.
Yeah.
So he'll be back. It's I think it's like his second or something concussion in his football career. He hasn't had a lot of concussions. He'll be back. Joe Looney will be back, and then I don't think you return Joe Looney to center. I think you keep Biotish at center, and I think you got to use Joe Looney somewhere else. I'd say put him maybe move Cardinal Williams out to left tackle, put Joe Looney at left guard, and then move Knight over to right tackle. I think Knight's the better of stealing him, and I think you've got a pretty solid line.
Connor was a tackle at Texas, man. I don't get why they changed. So I get why teams tend to put tackles at guards in the NFL. Like, I mean, arm length. I think that's what his problem was.
Mm-hmm. Strength, size. He just wasn't big enough to play that left tackle.
No, but I think right tackle, dude. I mean, definitely was. He should have been, not necessarily starting over Lyle Collins, but like that's where his position should have been. Like he was a good tackle, Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing for me with Connor. But dude, I don't blame Andy Dalton at all. Like I really don't. I mean, it's coming into that being like forced on man, and then Zeke fumbling the ball, man. I can't believe that. Like Zeke, you guys should have been blown out with that. The defense.
The defense, they showed up for a few series at the beginning. Kyler Murray was off, and then the run game just gashed us. Kenyon Drake just tore us up, and then Kyler Murray started to get comfortable and just started to dust us. Worley is not the answer. He blown coverage, deep ball to Christian Kirk, and that was I think that pretty much sealed it. Right after that, it was like, yeah, it's going to be that game. It's going to be that game.
So, dude, I think that you guys played better under Chris Richard, dude, honestly. Like, I think you guys are missing him a lot. Mm-hmm. Dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, they have so many – the thing is they're a talented team. Like, they can definitely be a better team than what they're showing on the field. But I don't want to say I blame McCarthy, but you know what, dude? This is what we saw in Green Bay, too. He gets away from the run. He tries to pass the ball way too much, and when he doesn't have Aaron Rodgers, it doesn't work out that well. He loses a lot of games.
Yeah, and that's true, but at the same exact time, I know they were ready to move on. They were ready to get in somebody young, somebody new. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like he was having super bad records. He was a constant playoff appearance. I think Mike McCarthy will be fine. I just think him being buddy with Mike Nolan. They were coaches together. I believe he was the OC when Nolan was the head coach of San Francisco.
Yeah, the 49ers, yep.
Yeah, the 49ers. They were buddy, and I think he wanted to do him a favor and a solid and believe Nolan. I think Nolan's out. I think we keep Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore. It's by the end of the year. Possibly in 2 games. I'm not going to lie. 2 games, you could see Mike Nolan out the door.
Yeah, dude. You need to figure that out because they are not – dude. And the thing is they're starting to talk crap in the media.
Yeah.
And that's how you lose. That's how you lose real fast.
And I think that's more on the defense. I think the defense is frustrated. Again, it's everybody, though, man, on the Cowboys. It really is. Yep. It's just – Michael Gallup, great. Again, we've talked about him a lot. Big time receiver, big play. In his hands, he dropped it in the end zone. Nobody around him. Yeah, Andy Dalton put it right into his hands. Amari Cooper was basically a no-show the first half. Yep. CeeDee Lamb was a no-show the first half.
Yeah.
And then they kindly started getting it together, but by then it was already too late. It's just
and it's new chemistry with a new quarterback, all that. It's going to happen. It was growing pains, and then Zeke didn't help at all.
Nope.
With the fumbles. The offensive line took a huge blow. I mean, it makes sense why the score was the way it was, Yeah. But let's get on to
just one more thing. I look at it, Redskins this weekend. I look for it to be a kind of a bounce back.
Football team.
The football team. My bad. My apologies. I'm sorry.
Football team.
The football team. I expect them to play the football team very well and bounce back.
You're going to get us blown up on Twitter, dude.
Oh, are we? Are we going to get blown up on Twitter?
I can't believe you said Redskins. I'm like, no, we've been saying this for like 60 years. Like, it wasn't a problem before. Like, if you're gonna say this is a racist thing, you've been a racist for 60 years, then, dude. Come on
Yeah.
now.
I mean, I'm
No.
I'm 30. I've been calling them the
Yeah.
Redskins since I've been born.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. Sorry. So let's get on to Texans
Eagles are
Titans, man.
endangered. We shouldn't be saying the Eagles.
That's true.
They're an endangered species.
That doesn't make
No,
sense.
we'll get off that.
Texans Titans. So, dude,
awesome.
Derrick Henry is a beast.
Gosh.
My God, King Henry. Wow, dude. See how fast he was, dude? My goodness.
He's
Bro,
big. He's fast. It's just
he can move, dude.
Man.
That kid, he is a freak, man. Freak.
And if you think you got him, he's gonna throw you into the stands.
Bro, oh my God, that was so disrespectful, bro. My goodness. Oof. Bro, the thing is, he embarrassed me with those stiff arms all the time. Remember last year when he turned what was it, Thomas,
Earl Thomas
into a lead blocker? That was amazing.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I hate Earl Thomas. I mean, I like him as a player, but as a person, he's a piece of crap.
This is why I don't think anybody. I think that's truly why teams haven't signed him.
Yeah,
I really think that's it.
He's toxic, dude. Yeah, but Texans, dude. Good game, dude. 36-42. Dude, they lit it up. And I think that the Texans are playing more inspired football now.
They are playing like they just took the dark horse. This thing just dragging them down. They just took it off. That monkey, that weight off their back. This Bill O'Brien. Man, Deshaun Watson, that's the numbers you want to see him do all the time because that's what he can do. That's his ability.
Deal, dude. Deshaun is good, man. He is good.
Honestly, one of the best players I've ever seen in college. Yep. He just straight up was one of the greatest. And it's awesome.
And Clemson, do you think Deshaun was better or do you think Sunshine, dude?
Deshaun. I'd say Deshaun.
Deshaun too. I would take Deshaun too. It's that weird leadership about him, dude. He's just, you want to play for him.
And that's no knock on Trevor by any means.
No,
no knock on Trevor.
Deshaun's great, man. But I mean, I think Trevor's a great guy too. I think he's a good leader. I think that he's probably going to win a championship this year, honestly, man, because Bama can't stop. Bama doesn't play defense anymore, apparently. Yeah, well, but
who knows if they meet Georgia, and when Georgia and Alabama meet again, who knows what's going to happen in the rematch?
Well,
maybe Georgia's got a chip.
Georgia needs a quarterback for that, dude.
Oh yeah, 5'9" guy. Mm-hmm. Barrett, was it Barrett? Is it Barrett?
No,
Stetson completely off. Can't do it.
No. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was a walk-on too. So you shouldn't expect fantastic things. Yeah, dude, the Titans lit it up. They showed out, and I think that I'm not gonna lie, that COVID bye week they got really did their bodies some good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I mean, again, it's just I am still so shocked. Tannenhill is this good? I did not think he was going to be good. He wasn't fantastic at A&M. He really wasn't fantastic at Miami. Yes, he had an injury bug. Yes, he was around the garbage coach, garbage GM.
Yeah. Dude, Adam Gase, he had he had Kenny Stills and that's it. And that's not like Kenny Stills like a number 3 wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
Well,
what did he have? Maybe Lamar Miller, I think, at that time? No, or was it just Kenyon Drake? Was it Kenyon Drake?
Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake. But it was
just they didn't have an offensive line, dude.
Yeah. But he took that chance of Mariota Mariota gave him. He didn't look back. He said, "You know what? I am a real deal. I am a top NFL quarterback, and I'm gonna do it."
He's certainly playing like it. Like he's playing his hair on fire.
And it's Vrabel, right? Vrabel's Titans head coach.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel, amazing,
just
dude.
Every time, man. Just
like I said, I don't think he's an X's and O's guy, but I think that he is an amazing. Yeah, I think he can get the best out of his team. Honestly,
Jason Garrett on steroids.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's get to Ravens Eagles, man.
Ravens Eagles. Ravens had it the entire game, and then I don't know what it is about this dying eagle that they're just like, hey, we're gonna get one more flutter in and come back at the end of the game, and
yeah,
it just. I'm just not sold on the Eagles. The Ravens, I mean, they signed Des Bryant.
Yeah, but dude, they also got Yannick Ngakoue from the Vikings. Wow.
And I think that's
my God, dude. Wow. How do they keep getting these players for like nothing?
I just think it's the honestly, we talk about what front offices can do and what we want our front offices to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the gold standard. It's the gold standard are the Ravens.
Yeah.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's not much you can say. The Ravens are really, really freaking good. They have a great team around them. They're great. They have a good head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach already.
Yep.
And his team is completely rebuilt, and he's probably gonna make another appearance soon.
Very soon. They're a Des Bryant ain't the answer. I know what Des Bryant's there for. He's there for your red zone post route. Go grab it in the end zone. Because your other receivers aren't going to do it, and Andrews is going to keep getting covered. That's what it's for. They need a true number one. That's what it is. That's the key.
They have. I mean, Hollywood Brown. He's a great deep threat, and I think that he's a good receiver, but he's not number one.
Yeah,
they need that dog.
He's that Christian Kirk to the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's Hollywood Brown.
Yep.
There's no disrespect there, but they need that Larry Fitzgerald, that DeAndre Hopkins. That's who they need. That's who they need to go get.
Yep.
And I'd sell the kingdom to go get that number one receiver this draft. They have the chance to go grab that guy.
Yeah, definitely get up because if they can get Devontae Smith or I think they get Jalen Waddle too. Honestly, like one of those two out of Alabama, that'd be good because they're not going to have a chance at Jamar Chase. He's going to be taken in the top 5, top 7.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Eagles, they're just. I mean, they're injuries. I don't want to say they're not a garbage fire, dude. They're just really injured.
Mm-hmm.
And they have, and their wide receivers are like, Fulgham, whatever.
He's a practice squad.
Yeah, and they put him off, and he has been showing out though. He has been killing it. But let's get to Falcons Vikings, dude.
Oh my gosh!
Congratulations, dude! They finished a game.
Good job, Falcons.
Right after they fired their head coach and GM. So, bro, what's it with these teams and like after the firing of a head coach, they come out and play the games of their lives. They come out and play football.
It's that's what everybody's always say. That's the most important thing I think about football programs is it's always establishing a culture. Mm-hmm. Teams that don't have a culture aren't good football teams.
Nope.
Even if they have all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
If you don't have an established culture, you're not going to win football games.
I want to see Justin Fields in the Falcons so bad. Like I want to see him there because I think dude. And Eric Bieniemy. I think that those two together would be great in Atlanta. But yeah, dude, they finished a game against the Vikings and like it's just that's what this team is capable of. They're capable of great things whenever they're playing sound football and they finish.
So what do you think the Vikings strategy is at this point? What do you think? I think they're going to try to go to this draft and go get some pieces they need.
Yeah, well, they're $12 million over the cap. They got to get rid of players. They got to get rid of contracts.
So buy Kirk Cousins?
He's not the answer. He's not the answer there.
No.
But the thing is, his buyout is so much, bro. It's literally so much. It's why? Why did you do this? He, like I said, I was never a huge Kirk Cousins fan. You know this. I'm not. I was never sold on him. And dude, to give him that guaranteed money and then just nothing comes from it, and then you know what? We're gonna re-sign you. Like, what are you thinking as a organization that's trying to win? Like, it doesn't tell me you're trying to win if you're gonna re-sign Kirk Cousins after doing nothing. You know? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
I mean
just,
the Falcons have a good core. They need to. AJ Terrell had a great game, by the way, too. Their rookie cornerback.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, again, we all knew the Falcons had it. Just for
Mhm.
some reason, they just couldn't put it together. And it's
Yeah.
just, like I said, it's just you
The-
just give up on the coach. You just stop playing hard.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You just give up on the team. Yeah, dude, complete smoking. Let's go to Browns Steelers and
Did not
wow.
did not expect this. I actually
Yeah.
I would have picked coming in Browns to deal the first loss to the Steelers.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that. Yeah. They were coming off a lot of hype. Maybe they got too cocky, but I thought they were going to. I think Kareem Hunt played this game too. I believe so. I mean, it wasn't like they were really injured. They had all their receivers. Their defense was solid. I did not think them to get one touchdown.
No. I mean, it just kind of shows you, man, like the Browns can beat up on poor organizations right now because they have the talent. But whenever they're playing an opponent that requires you to throw the ball downfield or throw from a pocket or throw, your way back into a game, Baker Mayfield ain't that guy. But to be fair, it is the Steelers. They're another world-class organization. And the Bengals to play them twice a year. So there's that.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, no. I know this is what I deal with.
I believe the Cowboys have them later this year too. So we'll yeah. So
yeah, the Browns chose. Stuff. Yeah,
but the thing about it is, I do think the Browns are here. I don't think they're the same organization. They're not the same team.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be a tough football team to beat for a lot of football teams for many years to come.
They have a good offensive line. They have a good tight end. They have good wide receivers. Their defense is stacked. The one thing holding them back is probably their quarterback, but they can manage themselves into games because they have Nick Chubb and they have Kareem Hunt,
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. So the Steelers, wow. Talk about an organization that can find a wide receiver, because Chase Claypool in the second round is a monster. He's a problem, dude.
He is.
He's like DK Metcalf, Calvin Johnson-esque, dude. He's like 6'4", 240, runs a 4.3, something crazy like that. His agility numbers in the combine were amazing. He can jump high, he can jump through the roof. Like, dude, he's crazy good.
And the thing is that Juju Smith-Schuster is he's disappeared, man.
He's a number 2. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Claypool literally is like, yo, give me that number 1. That's me.
Big Ben is he knows his time's coming, and he knows he's got to win. He wants to go off with a bang.
Yeah.
And he knows right now there's just a few teams he's got to beat in the AFC, and he's got a great football team, and that's three football teams you got to worry about. One I'm kind of leaning on right now to not be a worry anymore, but we'll see if they bounce back. That's unfortunately your Bills. The Josh Allen, they're kind of falling off on them, sliding.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that they can beat the hell out of not great teams, but when it comes to like a real competitor, they're not quite there yet.
Yep.
Yeah. So the Vikings got a star in the making with Jefferson too. Yeah, Tony. Like, that's crazy. Oh my
Mhm.
God, Justin Jefferson with the Vikings is tearing it up, man. He is looking good,
Yes. I
dude.
mean,
Like
it's just the the young class, this rookie
a
class,
wide
these new
receivers.
starters, wide receivers are just unbelievable. They really
Yeah,
are. Just across the board, man.
they're tearing it up, man. Like, dude, they've got something brewing
Mhm.
in college, and they're coming into the NFL already ready. Whereas in the past, dude, they had to develop a wide receiver for a couple of years, like at least two, for them to be, a starter off the bat, dude. And you can just see how the talent is progressing to
Mhm.
where they can just day one come in, and after a few games of getting the feel of the game of how fast it is, they're producing, dude. Like just this year alone, Jerry Judy, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Chase Claypool, dude. These guys just come in the lineup and they're just stars, dude.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
it's it's really even CD Lamb. It's becoming apparent. He
yo,
might
oh, CeeDee
very well
Lamb,
by the
dude,
end of the year be
be
your
number
real
one.
number one. Be your real number one. I am still saying that this year, and I say CD Lamb right now. I like him as rookie of the year, even over the quarterbacks. I understand. I get it. Justin Herbert, good. Joe Burrow, we've seen what he can do. They're not
Mm-hmm.
winning a lot of football games, but Claypool, Jefferson, CD Lamb,
Mm-hmm.
Higgins, these receivers, Jared Judy, when he came back in after 4 weeks to
Oh
the
yeah, dude.
Raiders,
They're killing
just
it, dude.
they're insane. It should go to one of these receivers.
I think so too. I mean, of course, the quarterbacks are always going to be looked in, a lot more too. I
10
don't
yard
like that. I
pass,
don't like
Jared
that.
Judy runs 40,
Mm-hmm.
touchdown. Just,
Well,
I
dude,
don't
you
know.
have Jerry Judy just mossing people, dude. But I mean, it was the Jets, but still mossed him, dude.
Double coverage, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
one of his passes
Yeah.
was the double coverage, and he mossed them.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
yeah. KJ Hamler from Denver too, like tearing it up. So Daryl says, yeah, Chase is the best of them in my opinion. I I think that he is. I think for me personally, I don't think he's the best. Because if I'm gonna take one, I'm taking CD Lamb. Like he is for me the best of the wide receivers.
Yep.
Claypool is certainly he's got all the tools and all that stuff. But Claypool's also working with Juju Smith-Schuster, Washington, and yeah, Big Ben's big ass arm, dude. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the Steelers are just a good organization. I think that he is profiting from that. But I'm not taking anything away from his talent. He's really, really good. Just I wouldn't say the best out of the wide receiver core right now. So I'll disagree with that.
I'll like to wait to see to Claypool once he really establishes himself here in the next
Mm-hmm.
few more weeks, as he already is. Once they actually are like, well, we can single cover Washington, we can single cover Juju. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
double this guy right now because he's the one that's putting up all the numbers. And I want to see when they start building schemes to keep Claypool out of the end zone, and then we'll
Oh, for
see.
sure.
And when we see that, and if he's still dominating, I'm with you, man. Claypool all the
Mm-hmm.
way.
And Tony says KJ Hamler is going to be some of the fastest, like Hill and short, a beast, and he's a beast for a late pick, dude. Yeah, KJ Hamler out of Penn State, dude. He's killing it. He's also really, really good for Denver. I like what Denver's doing, just in general with their draft picks. I think that by the way, they beat the shit out of the Patriots. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Who saw
gosh.
that coming?
Just
But yeah, dude, Denver's got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Judy, KJ Hamler now. They have Noah Fant. Dude, they got something brewing up in Denver. I think it's gonna be another year, maybe two, until they're fully together. But yeah, I'm liking what Denver's got.
is Drew Lock back for them yet?
Yeah, he's back. He's
Yeah,
back
he's
playing.
back. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's still got some development to go with Denver. I'm sure Austin's would have a lot more opinion about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Drew Lock's not a bad quarterback, man. He's gonna
No,
be
that's what I'm
he's gonna
saying.
be pretty
I think
solid.
he's
Yeah.
I think he's very, very in the same ballpark as Dak Prescott, dude. Like that's when I was watching them play in the SEC, I
Mhm.
was like, dude, he reminds me of Dak. He reminds me of Dak. All right, Tony says Justin Herbert is someone I feel like he's a better QB than Burrow, and he has a good arm and strong. See, the thing with Justin, I think he has all the tools. I think he has all the tools to be a amazing quarterback. I think his talent wise, like just straight up body and physical ability, he's more of a Pat Mahomes. He can chunk a ball down the field. Where I don't think that Herbert has the edge over Burrow is just the ability to command a locker room and the cerebralness of of playing the quarterback position. Like if you watch Joe Burrow like just play, he's a Peyton Manning type quarterback, whereas Justin Herbert is I'm gonna fling this ball 60 yards and I can do that.
So, technician versus gunslinger. Basically.
Yeah, talent, straight up. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with either.
Nothing wrong, dude. It's what do you want? Yeah, you're right. Just I don't think Joe Burrow doesn't have that kind of arm. I mean, he can get it out there. He can put it out there, but the amount of velocity that Justin Herbert can put on a ball is amazing. It's because he's like 6'5" and he has a howitzer for an arm. Yeah, dude. But Bengals Colts. While we're talking about Joe Burrow, dude, the Colts had like the number one defense in the league last week before the Browns, and they still had a top ranked defense, dude. Dude, Joe was tearing them apart. Like he was making a defense look silly for like 3/4 of that game, and he did throw a bad rookie pick at the end of the game that it's gonna happen. But dude, they should have won that game, but it is what it is.
I mean, at this point, you where the Colts have as an organization, also great front office. You're seeing Phillip Rivers isn't the answer for the Colts. And it's sad. I like Phillip Rivers. I think him being San Diego, really great career, but I think it kind of ruined his career, his shot at going to the Super Bowl, because he had to play Peyton Manning and Tom Brady multiple times a year. Sorry, man, you're just not going to be great against them.
Yeah, dude, those are all times. Those are Rushmores.
All times.
Exactly. It sucks. Like if it's any other like generation before, I think that we're talking about he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL for his time, but like he was in their era, and he was always kind of like third or fourth guy. Big Ben and Phil Rivers are like simultaneously.
Pretty much simultaneous. Little one, Breeze beating him out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, how about Dolphins Jets? The Jets. That's a dumpster fire, man. That is a hot flaming bag of garbage, bro. Like, dude, no one knows
still a coach.
Dude, I don't know. But that's a sign of a bad team. They can't change. They can't adapt, and they're set in their ways, man. Like for some reason,
Joe Flacco throwing.
Yeah, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. And Tua threw his first two passes in the NFL. And by the way, he's the starter this week.
I actually side with a lot of people who have been talking about this. I understand what Tua Tagovailoa means. He is your starter. He is going to play, but with his injury history, with that what it's happened, and the way Fitzmagic is playing, Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
You should have just rolled with Fitzpatrick for this season. You had a chance to go playoffs.
It's a whole like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And if he had his team roaring, going, stay with your hot hand, dude. If he's the guy, stay with him, and until he proves that he's not. Which with Fitzpatrick, it's gonna Fitzpatrick, it's gonna happen eventually, most likely. But dude, if you're here to win games and he's winning games, why not? And not to mention, Tua does have a hip injury. Like, don't rush it back. There's no point.
No reason. No reason. Yes, if Fitzmagic is, I keep saying Fitzmagic because I just like that nickname for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's swaggy. It's good. He's good. He deserves it because he's one of the league's good guys, man. Like he is. He's one of those guys you want to root for. He was a Bengal. I mean, I root for him too, for sure.
Oh, he's played on every team Yeah, it feels like he's 10 years, 17 teams, I believe. I think 15, 17 teams. He's played on almost every team in the NFL. And at one point or another, he's had really great football games, a really great stretch with all those teams. And then he kind of just crashes and burns. And he was a Jet. That's the other thing.
Yeah. He's on most of the teams in the NFL. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, Tony says too early for Tua, and especially against someone like Aaron Donald. Yeah, dude, interior pressure. I mean, I think that they're probably gonna be rolling him out a lot because I mean it's Tua. He that's all he did in college. He rolled out and then bombed it with precise accuracy. But I mean he's a good pocket quarterback too. But yeah, against someone like Aaron Donald, dude, no, that's not who I want.
I just think the Rams are gonna. I just think the Rams are gonna play, man. Just really scheme to screw them up and make them look bad. And I think not a great football team. Should have played them against the Jets. Is really that's where they should have started.
That's where they should have started the measuring stick and got him going. Because if you're gonna get him going against Aaron Donald, who's the best player in the NFL right now, I would say. Like, dude, no. I mean, but the Rams also lost the 49ers this week. So what kind of team are they, you know?
I mean, is that a segue into the Rams and
49ers?
49ers?
I mean, we can, dude. Like, you don't know what the hell the Rams and the 49ers are. Are they a good team? Are they a bad team? Like, they showed two different Jekyll and Hyde looks, dude. Like, they're very up and down right now, you know. And I think that the Seahawks are going to run away with that division.
It's pretty. Yeah, man. It's the Seahawks division.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the 49ers and the Rams. It's who knows. They're both clearly Super Bowl caliber teams.
They are.
Yeah, but it's just they need to get them. They need to get back on the right track. Dude, what about the Buccaneers shellacking the Packers, dude?
I honestly did not see that coming. I thought it was going to be a close game and it could be either or. I would actually have favored Green Bay, especially with the return of Devontae Adams. Yeah. But man, they just made the Green Bay Packers look average. Yeah. They really did.
Yeah, dude. And the thing is, like, I mean, the Packers defense it's not a bad defense. It's not terrible. No. But dude, the Buccaneers defense is insane, bro. Dude, Vita Vea is tearing it up. The big ass Islander out of Washington, dude. He's coming alive. Yeah, still got JPP on that.
Wasn't that without Vita Vea?
Was it? Or was?
I think it was without Vita Vea. No, yeah, it was not with Vita Vea. If I remember, I think he was. Yeah, I think he was out. If check those stats, I think it was your Pig Suey boy back there, Donovan Sue.
No, that was Nebraska.
Is he Nebraska?
Yeah,
same team.
Nebraska.
No, I'm kidding.
No. In a lot of ways, they kind of are. Like Nebraska is the Arkansas of the Big Ten.
That's fair.
Super passionate fan base, but it's not gonna be there. You know, not right now. They're kind of like fallen giants kind of thing. Which, by the way, Ohio State versus Nebraska for a Big Ten for the first Big Ten game is gonna be great.
I'm gonna check that out, but the one I want to see really right now is the USC fight with Khabib and what's his name, Gaethje, whatever, the American. Yeah,
Gaethje.
That's coming up.
Gaethje.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
Yep. I'm hoping Gaethje pulls it out.
Habib he's a monster, dude. He's a monster. Bills Chiefs, like we were saying earlier, like I just don't think that the Bills they're gonna beat up bad teams. But with the good teams, I mean, they played them tight. It was 26-17. It was okay. But you know, it's the Chiefs. So you're not playing your best game, dude. You're not going to win.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just maybe it's me, but the Chiefs seem like maybe they're just trying to get going, but they haven't had that magic that they had the past few years. It's like they're starting to become. It's like they're starting to get used to the speed of the Chiefs. They're not this. What is it? The Legion of Boom is everybody's. Sorry, the Legion of Zoom. Sorry, Zoom.
Yeah.
It seems like they're getting used to it. They're understanding how to play Patrick Mahomes a little bit better. Not to doubt the Chiefs or anything, but I don't see the Chiefs returning. What I've seen this year, I don't see them winning the AFC Championship this year.
Yeah, I would say. I think that they're going to run into a brick wall with the Titans and the Ravens. I think one of those two teams is probably going to have their number, or we could be dead wrong, and Patrick Mahomes just comes alive and throws 5,000 yards in a game. So who knows?
That's true. We love Patrick Mahomes on this channel.
We love us some Patty Mahomes.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, you're. Yeah, so Giants, Washington. What even is Washington at this point? Like, they're a good defensive team. They're good on defense.
But I mean, even then, they're missing Chase Young. I think they're missing one of their starting linebackers. So they're missing some key positions there with Washington. Alex Smith. I mean, he hasn't played in quite a while. You don't know how he's going to look. They don't got a run game. Don't got much of an offensive line. It Scary Terry?
Yeah.
Scary Terry, that's about it. So you cover one guy?
Yeah. And without the quarterback, Scary Terry, he's not going to be able to produce the level he's capable of, It's just they need to trade Dwayne Haskins because once you've benched him, you can't go back to him. Sorry. Nope. He's not going to come out fighting. He's not going to come out. He's not going to want to be there. So you're just going to get him out of the locker room, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions on his maturity.
That's what. But I mean, even Urban Meyer called it out. He said the one thing that Dwayne Haskins is missing is he's not a mature football player. Like this is from Urban Meyer. He said this, dude. I think that with a lot of the distractions this past offseason, and it didn't help with his maturing into his second year. And it's just, I think that he needs a new home. Washington ain't it. No. Not to mention he's from Washington. There's already distractions there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're home, and you're already all over the place, plus everything that's going on internally, about the best thing Dwayne Haskins said to me was his name for the football team.
Yeah.
The Red Tails. I like it. It's kind of an honoring. It takes away the racism from the Redskins that everybody's complaining, and it actually honors the Tuskegee Airmen who were their fighting unit was the Red Tails. I like that. It's hardcore. Yeah, I like it. And I think they should go with that.
Has to do with the
breaking
military,
news.
has to do with all that stuff.
Yeah.
There
you go.
I think that would be a good mascot for him. Definitely. Like I would like to. That Red Tails is that's a good change in mascot if you're going to change. Get away from your I guess the old brand and go into the new. I mean, that's certainly a way that a good mascot to pivot to. But yeah, the Giants got their first win, as ugly as it was. But
should have had their second win this Thursday. They really should have.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Giants versus Eagles game, dude.
Oh my gosh. It was actually exciting, but I know they were bad. They were bad on both sides, but when two bad teams play each other, it's exciting football.
It can be fun because who's gonna mess up more? Kind of like, with the Giants, dude. I don't hate Daniel Jones. I really
No,
don't.
no.
I think that
He's
he's trying to make plays, dude. He's trying to make plays, and he's on a bad football team. Like I don't think that I don't think his leadership level is anywhere near what already we see with Joe Burrow in the locker room. I don't think he commands that kind of respect. You know who Daniel Jones reminds me of? The quarterback from LSU, who's the quarterback for LSU right now, Miles Brennan. Like super duper talented guy, but he ain't, when it comes to a leadership aspect, he ain't Joe Burrow,
I mean, leaders, yes, you can make leaders, but some people, they just got it. Anybody can be
Yeah.
a leader, but it's whether you choose to be that leader and take yourself
Mm-hmm.
into that role, step into that role.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not going to do that, you can be a fine quarterback. You really can. You're not a franchise quarterback at that point. Every franchise wants their quarterback to be that leader, to be
Yep.
control of the locker room,
Mm-hmm.
answer all the questions. That's just what it is.
It's not only that, your quarterback needs to be able to echo the sentiments of the franchise to the players and lead his players for the franchise. So the quarterback is the mediator for the front office and the coaches. That's what it is. Like I'm not gonna jump all up on Joe Burrow because I mean this is kind of this who I followed this week because I was so busy. But like, dude, like there was a huge like people calling out the Bengals, yada yada yada, fire Zach Taylor, yada yada yada, and Joe Burrow was like, cool down. This isn't Zach's issue. We're the ones that let the points get on the board. Like we're the ones that didn't execute. We're the ones who didn't score. He put us in position to do so, and I threw a pick. Should I be fired? Kind of thing. So are you gonna fire me? It's kind of like he puts into perspective the fan base and the locker rooms for the mediary for the coaches and above. Like that's that if I want a franchise quarterback, that's who I want. I want the guy who's going to have my back until the point I prove that I don't deserve it.
I mean, just it really is. It's apples to oranges with Joe Burrow and Daniel Jones. I mean, Joe Burrow, it's just even watching him at LSU, the amount of attention he commanded and then how he could keep everything leveled. He's gonna catch up. If the front office for the Bengals do it right, he's going to be good. It's he's gonna be a great piece. He's a great addition, and I think he's got a lot of good years for the Bengals to come. As long as they do it right. I don't want to see a Matt Stafford with Joe Burrow.
Yep, dude, get him. That's what I'm saying. Get him an offensive. That's why I wasn't mad about the game with the Colts. Yes, they lost 31-27. They blew a 21-point lead. But when you put in context what actually happened, they on defense right now, they're missing like 11 starters. We're playing a defense with pretty much 2s and 3s. Our defensive line, like half of them are on IR. Yeah, I don't have a mustache, Austin. Yeah, but they were competitive. That's all I can ask for is they were in the game. They could have won the game. And yes, do I want my team to win? Yes, I want my team to win. But also, I can look at the bright side also. Yes, we lost, but were we going to go to the playoffs anyway? No, we're not. So what did I do? You show me you're competitive, cool. There's something to build on there. But also, you losing, I can build on that too because that's a higher draft pick. That's a higher chance at a higher draft pick. It's just you have to look at things in context. I'm like, yes, there's something to build on here with the Bengals.
You almost wish like you could get Joe Burrow out there to play in garbage time and actually have a quarterback that was capable of playing most of the game while you groom Joe Burrow. That's the one scary thing I hate. And it was kind of like receivers that we mentioned earlier in the conversation. They expect these first-round quarterbacks to go in and immediately play.
Be great.
Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for 2-3 years before he went out and played. And he was great. But they get in this perspective. Drew Brees wasn't an immediate starter. Eli Manning struggled. Tony Romo wasn't an immediate starter. The only people who were like immediate starters recently in the last 20 years were Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. But that's Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Those are the greatest quarterbacks we may ever see.
No. Tom Brady sat behind. He sat behind Bledsoe.
Sat behind Bledsoe until the playoffs. The 2001 playoffs, and then he came in for an injured Bledsoe, won a Super Bowl as a rookie.
That's how it ended. But
or maybe his second year.
Yeah,
but
it was a second year. But Pat Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for an entire for 15 games. Yep. No one expected that. No one expected him to come in and be great. But yeah, dude, I think that's everyone. Jaguars, Lions beat the hell out of the Jags. The Jaguars are not dumpster fire. They're just not good. They're not a good team.
They're just not a good football team. They've got a lot of pieces they've got to fix.
Yeah, they put themselves in salary cap hell a few years ago, and now they're dealing with the repercussions from that. They lost
for that top defense, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Well, they tried to buy themselves into a Super Bowl, which he got in the AFC Championship game. Cool, if it would have worked out, great, but it did not.
A better quarterback than Blake Bortles, maybe.
Yeah, with Gardner Minshew, they probably win that game. Honestly,
yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep. But they tried to buy their way into a Super Bowl, and it did not work out. They lost Jalen Ramsey, they lost Ngakoue, they lost Calais Campbell, they lost Bouye, they didn't re-sign Barry Church, all that stuff, dude. They lost their entire defense. I think they just got Miles Jack now.
That's it. Yeah,
that's it.
Detroit Lions, Adrian Peterson, you chase that rushing record, man. Go. That's all I could say. Go get that 1,000 yards. Keep feeding Peterson, man.
Yo, dude, he's looking good, man.
Gosh,
you love seeing AP eat, man. It's one of those guys you just root for.
Because I know he had that one thing a while ago. We won't bring that up, but that's a Texas boy, Texas running back. Like he went to Oklahoma, but he's from I believe it's Abilene. No, not Abilene. My apologies. Something with an A down near Houston. Yeah, he's born and bred Texas. I know he wanted to play for the Cowboys. Everybody has always said he wanted to be a Cowboys at some point in his career, which I think was a big miss. But Adrian Peterson, keep going, bro. Like that's all I gotta say. Go.
And Trey Flowers was the highest grade defensive end this week too from Arkansas.
Yep.
Boop. But yeah, good game. Was there any other things? Broncos, Patriots? Yeah, Broncos. I just don't think the Patriots were in the right headspace for a game coming off the COVID.
They've been in and out of COVID. They've lost their leaders. They've lost players to COVID. Then they've come back. They just need a few more pieces. Mm-hmm. I just think this is a down year for the Patriots. I think Cam Newton is their guy. I think they'll roll with Cam for
They have zero wide receivers. They have Julian Edelman, and he leads the league in drops since 2017. So there you go. So Austin, Palestine, Texas.
Palestine. Thank you, Austin.
Yep. Hey, get back to work. Yeah. No. But yeah, that's for the entire Week 6 recap. So hey, let's jump into some. The Cardinals are not using Isaiah Simmons. They should trade him if they're going to play him. They're not going to play him. Man, I don't know what they're doing with Isaiah Simmons. I know they're playing Jeremy Chin instead of Isaiah Simmons from Clemson, dude. The thing is, if you trade Isaiah Simmons right now, you don't know what his draft and what his trade value would be because he was I think it was either 5 or 7 overall pick or something like that. Like he was a top 10 pick, and if they trade him right now, they're not going to get a first rounder. They're going to get like maybe a day 2, maybe a second rounder, and that's just it's not. So it's just not good value. if they were trading right now. I would keep him for the year, see where he fits in my defense, and then to go from there. Because he can play linebacker, he can play safety, he can play outside linebacker where he rushes too. I mean, he's a very versatile piece, and I think it's crazy if they're not starting him. That's insane. But I mean, I heard Jeremy Chin for them is tearing it up. Their other rookie.
Mm-hmm.
So, who knows?
You should shop him to the Cowboys. We need linebackers.
Yeah.
You heard it first, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons.
Go get Isaiah Simmons from the Cardinals.
And Justin Simmons. Apparently, he might be on the trade block from the Broncos.
What?
Yeah, like they're saying like he's a tradable piece. There's a lot of chatter in Cowboy Nation to go get Justin Simmons.
Ooh,
and you could go get Justin Simmons because we need a safety, like any safety, like we really do. Just one that's not going to go implode our locker room already more than it is. Like,
Thomas. So NCAA. So let's look at NCAA games that are going to be pretty big. I know we got OSU versus Nebraska. Jake. He's a big NCAA Nebraska fan. So NCAA, what NCAA games this weekend?
Let's see. I'm looking it up. Let's see.
Boop 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 boop. So I mean, OSU versus Nebraska is going to be a big game, dude. The first Big Ten game to be played. So, and those were probably the two biggest teams that were fighting for college football to happen back in July. Like they started that hashtag "We want to play," and then Trevor Lawrence jumped on that bandwagon also.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't wait to see that game. That's going to be a fun game to watch. I feel like there's a lot of just built up. We need to get some aggression out. I feel like there's going to be a lot of excitement in that game. I'm not sure they'll probably have their student sections there in the band, so you'll at least get a couple thousand people, a few thousand people there. I think they're allowed like 30-40% usually. So that's pretty exciting. I definitely want to check that one out. Let's see. So and I mean, like we get to see Justin Fields, so that's one of the main dudes we want to see. We want to see him take down a good football team and tear it up.
Awesome. I cannot wait for Nebraska to get smashed. Yeah, and Tony's like, Tony said J.J. Watt might be traded for a high draft pick. I think so because the Texans are in hell when it comes to this offseason, man. They have no draft picks. They're super high on the salary cap. It's dude.
I honestly, I don't ever see the Texans organization. If you ever want to lose a fan base faster than any fan base ever by trading a player, it's trading J.J. Watt and making him leave Houston. You want to talk about the pitchforks and that would come out if you trade J.J. Watt.
I get it, dude, but that's a scuttlebutt. Cody from Lone Star Football Podcast told me, like, dude, that's the inside talks. From what he's getting to. They're thinking about trading JJ to a contender like the Steelers. Yeah. That would be insane.
I would watch it just for the Watt brothers.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
All the Watts on the same team. That'd be insane.
Gosh, man,
dude, honestly, I think JJ would. I think he would lower his salary cap just to go play with his brothers for the Steelers. That would be insane. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be terrified as a Bengals fan to watch that because I'm like, no, leave Bobby Hart alone. Leave him alone. No, but yeah, dude. Back to the games, dude. So we have TCU and Oklahoma. That'll be a good game.
I mean, TCU shows they can. They could beat a ranked team. And so OU is vulnerable. This is a good chance for any Big 12 team to beat Oklahoma finally. It's this year.
Yep.
It's this year.
They're super young teams. Spencer Rattler's playing,
You've seen
like
him.
our first year. That it happens. But the thing is, I think that he'll bounce back. Oklahoma, they came off the win against Texas. Did they play did they play last week?
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Crazy game. But this is where I think we got into it with my opinion with Texas. If you can't beat Oklahoma at your weakest, you might need to start looking for maybe a new coach.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm repping my horns. I've watched them since I was a baby, Cowboys and Longhorns. But even I've got to say, hey, it might be time to see Herman go.
Yeah, I don't think that he's the answer there, man. I really don't.
It's sad. It's sad. Let's see. Really, we're staying in the Big 12? Just because we mentioned that? Man, the one I'd want to tune into is Oklahoma State and Iowa State.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, Iowa State can always take down a big contender. You sleep on Iowa State, you're going to lose a football game. And they like to beat Texas and Baylor and OU when they're ranked in the top 10. They've done it many years. So that would be an exciting one to watch. Oklahoma State's playing really good football. Probably the team to win the Big 12 this year is going to be Oklahoma State, just with the way they're playing right now. They're just a more mature team. They're a more sound team. Mike Gundy's coaching a heck of a football team.
Yeah. Now, Austin, Texas is needs a desperate win versus Baylor to bounce back. Yeah. They in order to get their program back on track, dude, they have to get this win.
Yep.
Tom Herman's coaching for his job right now, for sure.
And especially if you lose against the worst I want to say the worst quarterback in the Big 12. We obviously know that, but I think it was from our fellow Lone Star podcast. The Baylor's quarterback gets up and down. He fluctuates throughout the entire game. Sam Ehlinger should dominate that game, and it should be a Texas win at this point.
Iowa State for the win. Brock Purdy is an animal. Watch out for a big game. Woo woo. Yep. So I think a fun one we're actually gonna watch is Florida State versus Louisville, dude. Like Florida State last week beat the hell out of North Carolina, and Louisville played Notre Dame to a good game, dude.
It was a good game.
Like, and it was. I think Florida State Louisville is gonna be a fun game to watch for sure.
Because nothing made me laugh more than those two games that you just brought up. Florida State versus UNC. Louisville versus Notre Dame. Proving again and again is what I say. Notre Dame has no reason being ranked ever that high. Even though they are a historic program. Recently, no. Sorry, Notre Dame fans. But if you don't crush Louisville, you don't deserve to be. Where are you? Let me see. Number 3.
Ooh.
No.
They're wait, Notre Dame's
number 3. Number 3.
Dude, I just don't get it. I don't get what my Razorbacks have to do to get ranked. I just have no idea. Like, what do you want from us? No,
beat Alabama.
Dude, that's what we're gonna have to do, I guess. That's what we're gonna have to do to get ranked. No, but so South Carolina, LSU, that should be a pretty fun game too. Like I said, Miles Brennan for them right now. I don't think that he is the guy, but he has talent. South Carolina just beat the hell out of Auburn.
Really showed Auburn was not what we thought they were going to be. A lot of people already said that, but people were still holding on that Bo Nix was the dude. I mean, he's still a sophomore. So he still has another year of growth and development. So maybe this is a down year for Auburn. South Carolina's a good football team. Muschamp is a good coach, and he puts always a good defense on the field.
Yeah.
Really
Hey,
does. Mhm.
Tony wants to know what our football teams are. Like I'm a Bengals fan. You know
I'm a
this.
Dallas Cowboys
Uh,
fan.
yep. He is a Cowboys fan.
Yep.
We're oh,
But I'm
Lordy.
an honest Cowboys fan. I do
Yep.
not think my Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. I want them to, because every fan wants their team to go to the Super Bowl, but we're not there, and especially not
Nope.
without Dak Prescott.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, I hope Dak comes back and is reasonable in his contract negotiations. Like, I think that he knows, like, hey, I need talent around me for us to win. So, hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take this 35 mil a year and be all right.
Yeah,
I'll survive.
that even to me, and me and Rory have talked about it in the past. Even that's to us, that's a little high for Dak Prescott. And I think in general, QBs are paid way over what they should be paid.
Hey, dude, Tony said he might think Sam Darnold would be a better fit.
You know, I think we've actually tossed that idea around.
We've
Actually
talked
have.
about that, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would not mind that. Actually,
Yeah.
I love Dak Prescott just because he's, we all love Dak Prescott. I don't think anybody hates Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a good guy. He's who you want to be a face of a franchise. But Sam Darnold might actually be a better fit.
Sam Darnold provides all of that, dude. Have you not listened? Bro, in the middle of a garbage team was still just rock solid.
Yep.
Crowder
I think that, as his starter.
Yeah, with Crowder as his number one. Imagine that. Yeah, but I'd like to see Darnold to the Cowboys. I mean, we've tossed it out there a few weeks ago, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see that too. So I mean, I think that's most of the big games. Michigan, number 18 Michigan versus number 21 Minnesota. That'd be pretty fun too.
I mean, Minnesota these last 4 or 5 years has put a good football team out there. Yeah, they really have. Minnesota has been a really solid football team. And Michigan,
they always have talent. They're always there.
Their talent is better than their coaching, and then their coaching always gets in the way.
Bro, people are saying fire Zach Taylor and hire Jim Harbaugh. I'm like, get the hell out of my face, dude.
No.
Everywhere this man has coached, they've kicked him out.
I
don't want it.
I believe in his brother. I do not believe in he's the younger. I believe in the older brother. I do not believe in the younger brother.
Yeah. But I think the Cincinnati, the Bearcats are ranked number 9, dude.
And SMU at 16.
Exactly, dude. Like that should be a good game. And you know what? It's kind of nice to see these lesser known programs get the spotlight that they're getting. It's kind of cool to see.
And fun fact about SMU, we took Sam Ehlinger over SMU starting quarterback Shane Buechele, and look who's number 16 and playing really good football. Just saying. Yep.
Come on, Texas. Get all your shit and put it together.
That's all it is.
Yeah, but I think that's it, man. I think that's most of the big games. Alabama versus Tennessee. Tennessee has talent, but they're gonna get shellacked by Alabama. I don't think the defense can handle it.
Yeah, I mean, UNC should be a pretty solid win against NC State, unless UNC is just highly overranked, right?
I think so
North
too.
Carolina, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't think that UNC is. I don't think they're. I don't think North Carolina is pretenders. I just think they had a bad game against Florida State.
I think if we rewinded, I do think UNC comes out on that game. I think if you rematch Florida State and UNC, I think it's the other way around.
Like 10 times, I would say they win like 6 out of 6 or 7 times. Yep. But yeah, I think that's most of the big games. You have battle of the dumpster fires with Auburn and Ole Miss. Just 2 programs that are just not doing well right now.
I take Ole Miss in this. I think Ole Miss outscores Auburn.
I think Ole Miss dominates them, dude. I think that Matt Corral, after throwing 6 picks against Arkansas, you know, gets his act straight and goes out there and has a hell of a game.
You throw 70 passes a game,
Yeah.
you're going to get picked.
Yeah. Well, dude, I don't know why teams are going so far away from the run. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I tell you what's going to happen, and this is just a future pick for me. Get ready for the return of the bus running backs.
Ooh.
Because you're going air raid.
Yeah.
So your defenses are going to play softer, more athletic, smaller linebackers that can play, very little rush, more that can bat the pass down. So you're going to go with lankier, faster guys. That's what I think is going to happen. You're going to start getting these 240, 4-5 running backs to go in there and smash people.
Just smashing through.
The return of the buses.
Return of the buses.
Happen.
Return of the bus. No, yeah, I think that's it. There we go, Bill. Are you good?
I'm good. Oh, yeah. Good
All
talk.
right. So, yeah, that was good. So, guys, we appreciate you watching our live stream. We're going to try and do this every Saturday or Friday, depending on the schedules. But thank you for watching. We appreciate you so much. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps the channel grow. We're trying to put out better, more quality content for you, the viewer. You're our first priority here on The Roar. Thank you much. Thank you so much for watching. But, it's so great having you. Welcome to The Roar. Peace. Boop.